Shall we move on?
Yeah,
Uruguay.
this is
The
a fun
third,
team.
they are, aren't they? The third place finishers in CONMEBOL into their 14th finals ever in search of their third winner's medal. First 1950, to be fair. Um, Former Inter Miami head coach Diego Alonso leads this team, which is a mix of youth talent and experience. Uh, they got a lot of high hopes of moving deep into this tournament, but you can be sure that he is ecstatic that there are no MLS roster rules to get him in trouble when he goes in this time. He can't break any rules. I mean, he can, and he probably will, but we'll see how it goes.
Well, he
Talk to me about their
brought he
last.
brought Facundo Torres, so he could still break MLS roster rules. Maybe he'll like misuse Facundo Torres and still get in trouble then somehow.
He wasn't actually registered.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Um, Talking about their last five.
So apparently Uruguay decided we're gonna go just destroy CONCACAF before this World Cup really quick. Um, Last five games have consisted against a 3-0 win against 13th ranked Mexico, a 0-0 draw against 16th ranked USA,
Clear.
a 5-0 win against 16th ranked Panama, a 1-0 loss against 20th ranked Iran, and a 2-0 win against 41st ranked Canada. So, I mean, the only thing I could add on to that is, getting a result against Uruguay is not for everybody in CONCACAF. USA clear.
Facts. USA so clear. Um, Goal scorers. De La Cruz has two. Cavani had four. Rossi had one. Gomez had one. Vecino had one, and Parwin Punez had one. So, um, spread out a little bit. Cool to see Cavani getting on the scoreboard a bunch. Um, will be interesting to see how that whole thing starts. But my first player in key players is Federico Valverde. I watched this guy play in the UCL against Liverpool. Oh my god, he may be the best player I've ever seen watch like live ever. Oh my god, he could play in the midfield. He could play as a winger. He could play as a right back. You could probably throw him at center back, and he'll do a job for you. But he does it all like at a world class level. Most likely going to be playing in the central midfield pack for Uruguay, but his transition from defense to attack, his transition from attack to defense, his knowledge of the game, his passing, his ability to take players one on one, his speed, his acceleration, everything about it is world class. I'm so excited to watch him play, and I think him alone gets them very good results in this tournament. So the play is going to run through him, I think, and you can expect him to be the focal point of a lot of their work.
Yeah, he's quickly become one of my favorite players in the world, to be honest. I just think
Easy.
he just is like he's the equivalent to like a five-tool player in baseball. Like I just feel like he does everything. Honestly, I feel like you could stick him in goal and he'd schlegel it and somehow pull something out for Uruguay. Um, yeah, I'm a massive fan of his. He was first name on my list as well. But to jump into someone else, another top player, I've gone Jose Maria Jimenez, a name that has been associated with Uruguay for a while now. Consistent starter for Atletico Madrid. He's got 9 appearances, 3 clean sheets so far, and also a very consistent starter for Uruguay. A 7 rating in Copa America with 3 clean sheets in 5 games. Had 6 clean sheets in World Cup qualifying as well. So super strong defender, going to add a lot to that back line. Kind of give a mix of, guys that are kind of in their peak and guys that are veterans. I think he'll kind of provide a little bit of both. He's got the experience and playing at, I think, probably, I don't remember exactly how old he is, but I would imagine, I believe it's around his peak right now. So interesting to see what he can bring.
I believe he's 24.
What? No way. He's definitely older than 24.
24.
What?
He is
He's
24.
27.
Federico Valverde?
I'm talking about Jose Maria Jimenez.
Oh, yes. Yeah, stop listening to you after you stop talking about
Yeah, I
things I
can
want to
tell.
talk
I can
about.
tell. You just completely ignored everything I said.
No, so in honesty, I was only like highlighting in my notes Valverde. So when you started talking, I switched back on. I'm like, oh, we're still talking about
Yeah, I'm
Valverde.
just talking about all the clean sheets Valverde kept.
I mean, he kept the one that matters, right?
Of course, he did.
Um, my next one's Luis Suarez. You can't deny his ability. He is a bit older, 35 now. Um, he is most well known among all things for his illegal heroics against Ghana in 2010. Um, but he, like Everton legend Richarlison, um, a work rate like no other. You want him to press, he's going to get the ball, and he's going to kill you if he has to,
Or bite you.
or bite you. He's when he's giving good service, he makes defenders regret ever picking the sport as a profession. Like they want to quit. Um, Great in the air, killer on set pieces. He'll make run after run after run in behind, and he'll be offside 9 times again. But if you leave him for the 10th and he's onside, he's going to make you pay. 68 games, 68 goals in 134 games for Uruguay, 445 goals in 715 games for club. Dude knows how to score the ball. He will continue at this tournament.
Yeah, as much as he's had plenty of controversial antics over his career, this man is one of the greatest goal scorers of all time. And despite the fact that he's 35, if you sleep on that fact, he will absolutely destroy you again.
Yep, absolutely. Who's your last one?
That's it. I had Suarez as my last also.
Oh, okay. Um, I tossed Edison Cavani in there as well. Um, Again, somebody you can't really deny. He probably won't start or make a lot of he may not start every game, but when he enters the game, the changes he makes are dynamic, especially if he's coming in for somebody like Nunez, who is a completely different player. He lit up France when he was at PSG. He went to Man U, didn't do anything. Went to Valencia, and now he's got 4 goals in 7 games. 58 goals and 133 for Uruguay, and 364 in 622 games at the club level. But you got to talk about this guy's ability in the air. Every time I see him in the air, he's like a freight train. He goes through anybody standing in his way. He wins that ball. Um, yeah, you can't leave him. You can't leave him unmarked. If he's unmarked, he's going to make you pay, especially on services into the box. And there are players in this team that can serve the ball very, very well. This teams are going to be in trouble if they can't find him, and his movement in the box is fantastic. Uh, so, oh goodness, I can't wait to watch this team play.
Yeah, me too, honestly.
Talk to me about starting 11.
All right, so I've gone for I guess this could be like a 4-4-2 or a 4-2-2-2. Um I've gone with Roche in goal. Um we could talk about that one more later, but back line I've gone Oliveira, Godin, Jimenez, and Arujo. Then I've gone Valverde and Betancourt ahead of them. On the left, I've got De Arrascaeta, and then on the right, I've got Pelistri, and then up top, I've got Suarez and Nunez, or swap out Nunez for Cavani. But I think Nunez will start.
I do too. You don't take somebody who just got bought for $81 million and sit him on the bench. I've got a 4-4-2 as well, but I kept it a little more condensed, a little more central midfield focused. Um, I've also got Roche in goal. I got Oliveira, Araujo if he's healthy. There's a very, very I don't know if he's going to play. He's in the team, but transfer market says he's expected to return back the day after Christmas, which
The
for
day
people
after
who don't know,
Christmas.
yeah, that's what it says. His adductor avulsion return expected on December 26, 2022.
Wow.
So he's probably going to try and play through that, either get himself really hurt or, be a superstar or whatever. If he can't go, I'll put Godin in there. But then I got Jimenez next to him and Varela on the right. In the midfield four, I've got Torreira holding with Vicino and Bentancur and Valverde kind of in front of him. And then those three can pick and choose who goes forward at any given time. And then I've got Nunez and Suarez up top as well. And then Cavani comes in for any one of them.
Yeah, they're stacked in the midfield, so I think you could easily go with what you're shaping them up as.
Yeah, but they do like their wide players, so it could change. We'll see.
Yeah, and they got guys that can go out there, De La Cruz and Darasqueta and even Valverde. So they got flexibility.
Yep. Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Oh,
One.
I just saw. Sorry, not to jump in here. It looks like I see an article right here that says Barcelona and Uruguay have agreed that Arujo will not play in the World Cup group stages.
Ooh.
I don't know. It's only one source. Nobody else is really saying that. Every all the other stuff is saying that he's expected to play in the World Cup, but I don't know if that means later stages. But let's wait and see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's very interesting. So that was a massive one. We knew he was hurt. I don't trust. I don't trust that back line with just Jimenez and then a rotating team of Godin, Coates, and Caceres, 36, 35, and 32 years old. I think Coates is probably the next guy up, but Godin, that captain, is going to be there. I don't know. I just think against teams like Ghana, they're going to get toasted. Um,
I don't know. I think they'll be okay still. I kind of agree with you that like Iñaki Williams could definitely devastate like a 40-year-old Godin or a 35-year-old Coates, but I still think those guys are really good defenders, even if they have to slot in there. So
no, I definitely do. But if that's the case, that makes my predictions a little different.
I don't know if that's for sure. So I can't say that with 100% certainty.
That's all right. I'm here for chaos.